Welcome back to another review. This is Anthony from Cratylus Gaming, and today we're talking about Beyond the Wire. This was just released last week on early access on Steam, so if you've been thinking about picking it up but aren't quite sure yet, or you like FPS games but have never heard of Beyond the Wire or Offworld Industries, then stick around for this review. And before we get started, guys, if you enjoy my reviews, consider subscribing and hitting that bell to get notified anytime I post a new video. I post in-depth reviews every week, and I cover indie and early access titles, as well as the biggest AAA games. So if you like watching game reviews as much as I do, hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into it. So Beyond the Wire is a first-person shooter multiplayer World War I game developed and published by Offworld Industries, the same developer behind other large multiplayer FPS titles such as Squad and Postscriptum. The game aims to simulate the brutal combat of the First World War by putting you in the shoes of a common soldier in one of the various factions the game has on offer. Currently, the game offers 3 maps and 3 factions: Germans, French, and Americans. The game focuses on teamwork and squad-based combat to try to simulate real-life military scenarios and keep the player true to the role they are playing in the larger force. Fair warning, Call of Duty Light, this is not. Graphically speaking, Beyond the Wire is okay. It's nothing special, but it isn't bad either. At this stage of development, certain maps and areas look better than others. I thought the weapons and character models looked pretty good overall. Explosions look great for the most part, and the environments feel realistic and well put together. Like many players, I had issues with optimization, and the game would tend to drop frames, especially when I was in large battle sequences and lots of players were nearby. I'm sure this issue is going to be worked out in future updates, but it is worth noting if you are considering picking this up. The audio experience in Beyond the Wire is excellent. Early access or not, it's one of the highlights of the game. Explosions and gunfire feel visceral and jarring. There are screams of dying men, battlefield whistles, gunfire, mortar rounds. All of this sound is delivered expertly, and it is the cornerstone of the Beyond the Wire experience. Hats off to Offworld on this aspect of the game. It's fantastic. In terms of gameplay, the team-based game systems are really entertaining. Combined with the excellent audio and serviceable graphics, fulfilling your individual role as a medic or infantryman or machine gunner adds so much to the immersion. Working with your squad to help the larger team reach victory is a rewarding gameplay loop, and it's what gives this game so much appeal to a certain type of player. The mechanics of the game are where the proverbial wheels come off for me. No matter how much the game impressed me with its immersive environments and jarring battlefield audio, the mechanics of the game as they stand make this unplayable as an FPS, for me personally. There is a lot wrong with the combat mechanics. It feels really janky and shaky. The rifle sway is completely overdone in my opinion, and the touted dynamic melee system is at best irrelevant. At worst, it's also a dumpster fire of an experience. The overall combat mechanics of this game make it a completely frustrating and underwhelming experience, and it pulls you out of the immersion. Now, I understand what Offworld is going for here in terms of authenticity and realism, and I think that there is a great game in here somewhere. It just needs more time and refinement to come to the surface, and that's okay. However, this is a squad-based FPS military sim, which means that you need to play as part of a squad with a mic preferably, and listen to the instructions of your squad leader, and use tactics to take and defend objectives. You can play alone if you choose, but you very likely will not like this game if you do. And because of that, Beyond the Wire is a unique FPS experience that will appeal to a unique type of player.
Can't wait to push forward and die from someone I can't see.
If you're a casual player who wants to casually pick up an FPS and blow off some steam, then this game will never be what you want it to be. If you're looking for a simulation with some action thrown in, and you liked Squad or Hell Let Loose, then you will probably like Beyond the Wire. And odds are, if you're the type of gamer who will like Beyond the Wire, you already know who you are. Regardless of personal taste, there are certain things that don't come down to preference. The combat system needs major tweaks and improvements to justify the $34.99 USD price tag for this early access title. Squad, a modern FPS developed by Offworld, was released early access in December of 2015 and was finished in September of 2020. If you like Squad and feel that the finished product was worth paying for 5 years in advance, then it's possible Beyond the Wire early access is the right choice for you. For most players, it probably isn't. That's why I cannot recommend Beyond the Wire early access. What do you guys think? If you played the early access, what are your impressions of the game so far? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining the community. Look forward to having you guys. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, this has been Anthony from Cratylus Gaming. Until next time.